Welcome to the night show. We are online. I'm your night of entertainment, your grand MC of this show. TK, his Isaac, Quickstep, and Orion. You know you can call me, and I welcome you back to our nightly adventure of SAO Alchemization like a Rose, or however you want to call this game. And now we're continuing our nightly adventure as always. And if you notice, we didn't exactly start in the same place we did last time. This is because, as promised, I did some leveling over the weekend, so we're about 2 levels stronger. I didn't say I did a lot of leveling. Yeah, I spent some time on my Sunday getting us a little bit stronger. And more just because we can. We're going to take a little sec just to clear out this field, just for that little extra XP. Dude. Get over here, B. Actually, just something new. Alright. We'll clear out a little more of the monsters and then head for them. Oh. Especially when I'm facing the wrong direction. Now for the birds. If I haven't established that I like killing the mobs for blood and XP, I don't know what else to tell you. Alright. Now we're back on the road to Rulid Village. Actually, what's down here? Oh, more grapes. Welcome, Magus. Way to Rulid Village. Back in town. I also did some of the side quests in town. Only some of them, partially just because some of them were, again, collect a random item from random location that is not clear in game. Game does not make clear, or as one example was the 33, or find item, don't tell where item is. There's also one quest, I guess it's an online quest, where you need to be 33 anyways for it, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to work out. I do just remembered, we do actually still have a quest in Rulid Village we can do. Because if I remember, there was the quest we had to be level 32 to do to begin with, and we never did it, so we'll probably complete that quest. UJ, the boy who cut down Rulid's Geiciter. Though reunited with Alice, she no longer remembers him due to the administrator's actions. He works to combat threats in hope of restoring her memories. That feels like one of the older ones. Login streak. Now, where the hell are we in this foggy mess? Oh. Interesting. I'm curious what's over here. So let's go find out. Oops, some higher level mobs too. This does make me wonder though. Are these areas like phasing with us slightly? Or is it just because before, when we were lower levels, this was nothing? Come on. So there's more to fight. Just gonna keep going. Beautiful. Another one, another one. I feel like I'm being brutal to these guys. Good job, I'm the only player around here. I would have just cleared this bit. So now we're in where the map brought us. So many. Ooh, that's a big one. I mean, it's a big one, but it ain't that strong. I mean, we're tearing through it. Well, hopefully the XP will be good. And another. Ooh. That was amazing. Tree branch. All right. Now I'm curious while this is here. Because obviously we can't do anything like this. Like these, that's 51, 53, 40. But because these are here, I'm just generally curious. Man, I don't even have a golden saucer and I'm getting distracted by stuff. Of course that's stuff to hunt. But hey. This is SAO. Being a higher level is always good. I swear, half the time I've seen that, I've been reading Strike Now. I just realized that's Strike. Now, not what I've been thinking it was. Whew. Keep going. Now, I really hope they include his dual wielding in the sequel game for this, because I'm gonna be honest, Kirito not dual wielding just feels so weird. Okay, I don't know what was here that I thought would have been so special, because apparently everything is a sweet branch or... Oh, whatever. We found some mobs that were good to hunt. And to make sure I'm the proper level is always something I'm okay with. I saw one of those was apparently 18, which is why I wanted to stop. Blue Rose or what the? Oh. Oh well. I guess we unlocked an achievement for Yu-Gi-Oh? Is it maxed out infinity with the blade because we used it so much? Or used him so much? Alright, I am not seeing anything worthwhile what I was hoping to collect here. And as much as I would love to keep killing these guys, I feel like we're going to be here all day if I actually go through these guys all over again. Alright, there's one more area I want to check. As much as I really want to just wipe these guys off the damn field. Alright. Let's put our pin right here. And we'll fast travel right to Waterfall Cave. Can't tell if the zone is what is here or what. I don't think this is the zone I thought it was. Well, time to hunt down some salamanders. You guys all gotta be at speed for me. Super high level dangerous enemy area zone. Still too high of a zone for us. My guess it's these guys right here. Oh no. Oh no, that is 38. I'm not gonna fight that. Damn it! Not what I meant to do. No! Weapons away! I don't think this is gonna work the way I want it. Ha! That's right. If you want a higher jump in this game, you use the wind, the aerial element. Ugh. Which I just lost. Oh, damn, they're killing our friends. Fuck you, crab. Another one? Alright, so we're gonna try that again. Oh god, it's because we're still in the fight mode. Damn it. Jump. No. Okay, slow it down. Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely not the items I was looking for, so. Okay, I guess this is not, just doesn't have the stuff I'm looking for, which makes me sad. I spent a good amount already just hunting. Man, I'm always surprised that we keep finding tree corn. At least we're leveling. While grinding up that HP bar. Makes the journey worthwhile. Seriously. Don't want a tree cone. Oh, more birds! Oh, and there's more. Now I'm gonna veer off path a little bit. Oh, no, that's not as much as a little bit of a veer off. Then damn. I was hoping we could go around because I saw a fast travel spot there, but I can see that's a completely different path. Cheers, we reached a new zone. Well, probably not a new zone, I'm pretty sure we're just getting closer and closer to Rulid Village, but we reached a new area to cover again. And apparently another new area I think we've never been to. I mean, there's the save point right here. There's your fast travel point. Unless we got a cutscene last time where it wouldn't happen, so. Which, let's be honest, would not be the first time for us. But I think this is actually Rulid Village. Which, if it is... Yep. Then, that just reminds me of this. Alright, request. The perfect dish. What do we have here? Still tree cones. Or corn. So empty out there. Yeah, the thing is on level a little with us. I do not remember anything being this strong out here. That's actually kind of nice. And again, it would make really weird sense story-wise if they didn't. Then we could just come in here later and just steamroll everything. Especially, we're coming here later in the game after doing some serious leveling. I'm curious. Warrior stands before me. I acknowledge the strength of your spirit, a warrior of old, the stone in my body. Simply slam my eternal wish. I offer upon you a trial. Rid this land of the evil lurking within. Should you complete this task, I shall bestow upon you my blessing. Seek out the great evil lurking in Loden Mountains and rid the land of it. Okay, so we got another. Defeat stag beetles. Alright. Which sadly is not you. That makes me wonder, are the statue quests repeatable? Oh, instantly story. There doesn't seem to be any damage from beasts, and look over there. There seems to be sentries posted at Rulid Village too. Hope these guys are more responsible at least. I'll wait here then. Get your ass in here. Why, Alice? I left here as a criminal. Even if they do recognize me, they likely won't accept me. And if they do accept me, the joy of that welcome should be for the real Alice. Well, do you still want to see Celica? You can do that much without revealing yourself. Yes, you're right. I'd like to at least see her from afar. Yuzio, Kirito! Celica! Question mark? Good to see you again, Celica. I never dreamed we'd meet again so soon. But what are you two doing here? What about the Swordcraft Academy? It's a long story. You hear about the beasts appearing in the Northern Empire? Yes, from the guards that came to the village. Luckily, the village hasn't been damaged by the beasts yet. But it is frightening. Soldiers and Integrity Knights have their hands full, so we're helping out. Can only imagine. By the way, who are your friends? Oh, they're swordsmen like us. Swordswoman. Once again, finally acknowledging that the term they're using is weird. We've been slaying beasts with Kirito and Yujio. These two aren't enough trouble as it is. That's right, especially Kirito. That's true, but they're also strong and very reliable. That's something at least. Hmm? Oh, please be a CGI. Please be CGI. Nope. Alice. Why? Usually your line doesn't make sense. But how? I'm sorry, this is quite difficult to explain right now. The hug. The everything. It's chaos. Just being able to see you again is enough. So explanations can wait. Oh. Thank you, Selka. Selka. Ah, whatever. Are you okay, Alice? Yes, however, it seems there are still fragments there, after all. I have so many secrets. Like why I lost my memories, why I became an Integrity Knight, I have to tell her. I know, I'm not different. Being taken to Central Cathedral as a criminal and helping kill the Pontifex? It might not come soon, but we'll tell Selka everything, someday. Indeed, I do not know if I have the courage, but I shall do my best. All good? Don't worry, I know you'll do fine when the time comes. Yes, I believe you're right. Oh, there's one other thing I had considered. Selka said I should conceal my identity as an Integrity Knight on this journey. Colonel could not reveal the Pontifex secret to the others. She told me to convince them individually as fellow Integrity Knights. Her identity of Pontifex is to the Cardinal what Integrity Knight is to me. In our search for clamps, there should be opportunities to speak to the citizens. I had to reveal my identity to some noisy guardsmen not too long ago. But from now on, I think it would be best to only do so if absolutely necessary. I do not expect casual conversation from anyone who sees me as an Integrity Knight. And I wish to get to know the inhabitants of this world that we save firsthand. That makes sense if that's what you want, then I'm all for it. Absolutely, we should do what we can to help too. Thank you, both of you. Talk about clamps. Seems to be plenty of clamps around here. Pierso, I heard Selka mentioning beasts appearing recently. We can't let that go. Let's take out the clamps in the area while we gather info. Agreed, to the best of our abilities. That settles it then. Should we get going? Yeah. We'll take out the North Scotland clamps and protect Selka and the others. Ugh. Men and her subordinates gathered info in Rulid Village. Meanwhile, Asuna's team decided to scour the area in search of lost children of Vecta. Alice and Yuji and I concentrated on searching for calamity plants and eliminating beasts in the area. Such a relief to see Selka doing well. Definitely, 2 years seems like forever ago. Her chicken pot pies were so good. That's what you remember? I swear, it's always food with you. Kirito, Yujio. What is it? I would like to accompany you to eliminate clamps and beasts. Is that okay? While splitting up would be more efficient than hunting clamps in one group. I don't know why I keep burping. There is relatively little ground to cover. That's a good point. Let's clean out the clamps around Rulid Village together. I also have one other request, and it does not have to take priority. What's up? If you happen to pass by an area you or Yujio consider memorable, please inform me. That is, any place you made memories with Alice Zilberg. Alice. I see. Alice wants to try and connect to the memories of Alice Zilberg. Sure, but my memories of them are fuzzy, so Yujio would remember you way better. That's right. I'll try to point out anywhere that sticks out in my memory. Thank you, Yujio. Okay, let's head out then. Yep, let's go, Alice. Of course. Alright, we're still doing the side quest. It's gonna bring me to her, I just realized. Yeah, I keep forgetting, it always brings me to frickin' her. What's up, you wanna know more about the ingredients? Something amazing. It needs to blend urban and rural, a brand new, bold, and delicate flavor. It's hard to express in words, only that it's clever, yet bold. High class and high quality, maybe fresh, or something no one's thought of yet. See, that's what I hate about this quest. Quest like this, what am I supposed to do? Like, here, I'm supposed to find some third item that I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking for. Source, I want to do that quest, but it's not like it will work. Alright, fuck. We'll go up here and fast travel to Twin Lakes, because fuck it, why not? Because we have Alice with us now. Party really just switched to Alice and Yujiro and Kirito. It says the high level enemy area, but I don't see it. Die. Give me that XP. Gimme. So that's how it works. Fuck. Not the counter this one. To be honest, really wish we had 4 people. stop falling for that kid, so. No. Kill them. I still feel nowhere close to whatever I'm supposed to be doing for this quest. I'm literally just... Now at the point I'm just deciding to hunt. Actually, the only good part of everything we've been doing here is that we're getting a good amount of XP, but I don't even remember why I came up here. Oh, right. Oh no. Let's see what's up there. And that's it. Because I remember this quest, when I first saw it, it was like, wait, this quest is... what level? Now, like, coming to this area where it's high level zone, it feels like nothing. Still hate how, it's... Well, it says high level quest. Like, this is nothing to us. Hey, whatever. We'll be 35, hopefully, when we're done with this. Starting to be curious where we're going. Ooh. Ooh, that's the twin horn, ain't it? Damn, he's stronger. Oh yeah, so this one's gonna be a slugfest now. Gonna have to remember the one I want when I do that. Come on. You think you're tanky enough for me? Not even when you have backup than other monsters in the area. You're mine, Twin Horn. Yeah, definitely the monsters got stronger while we were gone. I remember when this guy was like level 12. Damn, that's still not even charged. Break. Almost. Fights went. Yep. Kind of short. I don't care if it's near death anyways. Hey, that's one. I'm kind of curious, what is these? Yeah, I would definitely make sure to select that shield warrior quest, because that's actually useful. Fuck, I'm locked onto him, that's why. Actually locked on. Where'd these guys come from? Alright. On the upside, after I clear these, I think I'm gonna have to look up where to find this quest again. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm sorry. This is why I hate quests like these. Obtain collector argument. What does that mean? Honest to God, I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about a live-action SAO movie. Like, as much as I think... Here's my thing. I don't think SAO has enough you can cover it in a movie. Like, it would have to be multiple movies in once. And I will say this, at least with SAO, I think there's not too many... No, that's not it. So I don't know which one this is. Actually, well, that makes sense. It makes sense, this one. But yeah, to answer your question, I think my only problem is for a live-action SAO, I think I don't think you could make a movie. I think it would need to be a series of movies, which at that point you might as well just do a series. But I'd say this, it just needs to be done well. Like, basically, but if they did make it, it just needs to be done well. Like, you can't just throw together a series and say, hey, this is SAO. Like, my biggest thing with anytime you make an adaptation of something is it has to make sense what you adapt in and what you adapt out. If you're just saying, oh, hey, we made the SAO movie, here you go. It's like, it misses half the things. Like, we've seen kind of somewhat that just because you can make a movie about something doesn't, and you can make it doesn't, it matters what you put in. Warrior, strength is true as your heart. I give you upon you my blessing. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a lot from that. It was a quest we had from like forever ago. Okay. Now, my question is... where do we go? I mean, there are some good things, good live actions. Just because something is live action doesn't mean it's bad. Like, here's my thing. So I'm just trying to see how to get that third ingredient, because I don't know what I'm looking for here. So they mentioned a shroom. Maybe there's something I need to fight at a different place? Oh, let's try... fuck it, let's try over here. But yeah, my best thought on it is just basically, it needs to be done well. Simple as that. And you're probably wondering, wait, that's a cop-out of an answer? To be fair, what best can I say? Like, what else can I say? I mean, I'm not against an SAO movie. I just think it needs to be done well. And that's my biggest gripe with all these live action or just something with adapt. Like, even look, for example, even an abridged series like SAO Abridged. Just because you think it's... just because they made an abridged series and, oh, they changed some things that you didn't like, doesn't make it better or good. It matters what. Like, for example, I find one of my biggest gripes with one of the last episodes of SAO Bridge, not the current one that just came out, I found the entire premise of their RP storyline going through the Alfheim arc as, what the hell are you doing with this storyline? Like, you really, that's the final joke of this plot line? It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's dumb. It doesn't work. You didn't think this one through, but doesn't mean, I don't know, like, everyone, we have our own way of looking at it. To me, for example, I just think if they can make a story that's compelling and fit and true to SAO, like, it's not, oh, we're barely gonna put, like, for example, you brought up the other live actions. Look at the Attack on Titan one. Isn't that one considered utterly terrible? Like, even what they adapted wasn't even right or good. I remember there was actually something up here. Or wasn't it something I tried to fight up here at one point? I was like, what is with this guy? Like, he's way too high for me. Maybe it's further up? Because that's the way down. That's another one of the shield warriors, although I might take it because it might just be a good way to grind some XP as well later. One child, I'm tasked with the power of unlocking men's potential. Oh no, this looks like it's just an automatic update. So repeal. Attack on Titan wasn't a terrible. Ooh, I learned the second ice one. I probably could learn fire, because ironically Kirito using ice just feels weird. Attack on Titan, the actual anime, if you ask me, wasn't bad. Nope. That ain't happening. That ain't it. That was not what I meant to do. Nope, jump down, jump down. I mean, that's fair. I don't remember what Titan it was. One of them I always thought looked really stupid. I mean, the female one also didn't look the best. Just realized, we found yellow wheat here. We've been looking for this shit. Which means when we get back to town, we'll be able to turn in that quest, hopefully. I love how these requests do not come across as what I want them to be. Oh, well, we still need 20 more. Well, let's see if we can't find them here. But yeah. I mean, I guess it always depends. I mean, I'd love to see a SAO game as a VMO or like actual virtual reality, but I'll be honest, would it work? Would it seem the same? No. And that's the thing I always get bothered when people make complaints. Like, for example, like the Percy Jackson movies, the two they made, like, admittedly, while people won't say they're as good as the books, here's my problem. A lot of the arguments I hear people say is because it's different from the books. Okay, guess what? You're not watching the book. You're watching a movie based off the book. If I wanted to see the book stories one for one, I'd read the books. I don't need the books. I didn't come here for the books. Well, I do understand, don't adapt every little change, like, just because, oh, it's better, it works better like this, or they made changes, or like, everything, like, they changed the story completely so it's nothing else. But if they adapt and keep the key parts of it, yeah. Obviously, there's some things you can't change in a story. Like, for example, if they made an SAO adaptation and turned it so Kirito would be a girl, why? What purpose would that serve? And for anyone else, no, that's not me trying to take a shot at what he looks at in Gun-Gale. That's literally me. I'm just pointing out there's a reason why adaptations can work and how they fail. Just because, oh, it's different from the source material. So is technically Pokemon, but how long has that anime been running? Admittedly, I did not expect this to turn into me running around looking for things to fight. I do think there was... I don't know where I came across him. If I remember, there was a stream thing that was higher level than us, which is what I came over here to look for. But I will say, I'm finding some useful things over here, so I'm not against what I'm looking for here. Like, now look, what do we got? I didn't... Oh, that's some leaf shit. Alright, let's go back to... Damn, well, we really got off course. Thankfully, we can literally run right back up there, and hopefully we'll find more of the yellow wheat, because I'm looking at it from our request list. We got what? Oh yeah, this is another one we're gonna have to... We need 7 more. And despite what the... Pretty sure I can get up there by going this way. Yep, and now see it added a new path for me. But I do want to keep my eye on more wheat, because that yellow wheat is going to be useful. The will suck. I'm basically going to hand out all my remaining. Yeah. At the rate we're collecting it, I'm all going to hand out everything I have. But I think I remember specifically there was something up here. So I came up here, not here. No, that would just bring me right down. So maybe further this way? I remember there being like, what? No. Wait. There you are, bitch. Oh, it's pretend doing this. Can't tell if it's blinding me or what he's trying to do. But hey, he's dying anyways, so. Did that do it? What? It wasn't that? Kidding me though. Do I really have to go further up? Maybe I'm wrong and it was even higher up. I remember there being a like mushroom thing here. I could not face at the level I was because it was a higher level than us. It's because my blades are out. Let's try that again. Actually, I have no idea. Keep switching to combat mode that when we use that. Nope, it can't be here. I'm so confused. Because I remember there being some mushroom shit, like you needed a fight here. Shit, I stayed too close, folks. I'm trying to find this. Shit, fell to my death. Should really stop doing that. Well, at least we'll get the yellow meat while we're here. This quest just makes so little sense to me because what am I supposed to be looking for? Not the yellow wheat quest, which we'll not have done. Apparently there's supposed to be some like level 32 enemy we're supposed to see. But the thing is, I ain't seeing him. It's just... Oh, shit. Forgot how close I was to the mobs. I'm gonna run back, I guess. There is supposed to be some sort of enemy. Like, what am I missing here? Obviously, that's not it. Like, there's something here. I'm missing something. I don't know. That's what bothers me, because I'm missing something. I remember there was like some shroom-like enemy I kept coming across. I couldn't kill at the time. Now I'm high enough and strong enough, and I still can't kill him. That's what bothers me about this. Oh no, because everywhere I look, it's like I'm not finding any new sort of mushroom. Like, we came across one, but apparently that's not it. As far as I can tell, there's also nothing in like any of these spots that's the mushroom. It's obviously not over here. So this is just gonna be ore. Did we really never get this? There's your fast travel point. Alright, let's save because we put in a lot of work right now. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go back to town. I'm gonna try to find Celica. Maybe I need to talk to her again, and I can find what I'm supposed to be looking for. Greetings, exit. Marcus, I have to ask, when you make these jokes, do you feel proud of them? Oh, wait. Not you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Never mind. Talk. Turn home on the day rest. Talk. Are me and Alice much alike? Okay, maybe if I press triangle something. Hey, do you know of any local foods that are bold and delicate? Huh, I don't really know what you mean. I'm talking about what kind of food exactly? I don't really know either, but it's something weird. Weird? That's an odd choice of words. Oh, now that you mention it, there's this mushroom called a giant growing shroom that is mostly tasteless. They're creepy and gross. No one would eat them now, but they're useful for famines. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted. Oh, God. How do I get out of this? Okay, so it's just gonna keep. How do I? The great winged northern bird meat is delicious and somewhat rare. It's actually food that we only eat about 3 times a year. Tasty for such a big bird. Okay, weird. Weird, that's not a choice of word. Actually, wait. Fresh? I guess. Weird. And maybe now we'll be able to... Oh, it's still fast forwarding. Okay. Maybe now we can find what I was looking for and that we talked to her. Okay. So I'm going to try this one last time. And actually, you know, I'm going to start from here. If I'm wrong, we'll move on. And I will call it. We at least got the yellow wheat for next time. I don't even think I collected the ore there. You know, the next time will have to be when we get back to town. It's definitely not around here. And if I do remember, I climbed up there to find it. Anything that looks like a giant fucking mushroom. Nope, that ain't it. That's not it. Just, I don't remember a giant mushroom being so hard to find. I'm gonna try one last thing to find this thing. Because this is... It's the completionist in me that's bothering me so much about this. Should be around here. Okay, that's intriguing. Not so much as I can say. It's possible maybe we did get the third. Ingredient, we just have to talk to her? I mean, worst case, it shouldn't be that hard to find. I mean, let's just go up to her. get rid of the pin. God damn it. No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't. First of all, I think I actually need to reselect that quest. Son of a button. God damn. Sometimes I really hate the button for opening, like, a way to find is the same thing that literally you're there. There we go. Alright. I bought the ingredients. I don't know if the last one is incredible. Wow, did I really just need to talk to him? Well, growing mushrooms, aren't these things disgusting? I have a bad feeling about this, but oh well, let's just do it. Could have said something that, oh, I collected the third ingredient. Move on. Come on. This is amazing. The mushroom absorbed the nectar and apple sugar. This is exactly what I wanted. I have a feeling from the start that I should have picked the tasteless ingredient. Yes, my culinary instincts were on point. Thank you. As a reward, I'll share some ingredients with you. You're always welcome here. I just know you'll make some delicious food. Damn, that just makes me wonder, all the freaking work I put in, all the searching around I did, I literally came across the mushroom already. That's kind of, like, seriously, that's annoying. Whatever. We finished a quest line that took us a lot longer than we meant to. Oh, this river. Oh, what do you remember this place? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we came here with Alice. See, you came here with Alice Zilberg? What did you do? Well, I don't remember that much. Hey, come on, you just spit it out. Are you sure? Are you sure? But it's really vague. I remember coming here with Alice, but not much else. Oh? Only the start and end come to mind. We got to the river, said it was pretty. Went home before sundown. Alice was dry, but I was soaked to the bone. I think I understand. You do? The fact that there were three of us were here seems to be missing from your memory. More than likely, yeah. In other words, without proof that we were all here, the memory got lost. It's confusing, but I can't say I'm completely lost. The memory got lost? How does that work? How would we even prove we were here? Well, what would you do with your friends if you went to the river, Kirito? Water fight? She asked me, what? It's the first thing that came to mind. I thought the same. Hey, how would you answer then if you were challenged to a water fight, Yu-Gi-Oh? See how it is. Let's see, sure, why not? And how would Alice Zilberg respond? Why do you need those Alice Zilberg? Well, she was kind of a tomboy, so we'd probably just jump in and fight, right? I don't think so. Sure, she was a tomboy, but she also followed the rules. Mr. Zilberg was strict, and she was always careful not to get her clothes dirty. So I think she would watch while saying, "Stop it, you two! You'll catch a cold!" I suppose that would explain why her clothes were always dry. Well, the Alice here's probably more likely to jump in and drown you. Excuse me, what was that supposed to mean? I would do no such childish thing. Exactly, the only one childish here is Kirito. What? You take that back. Whatever happened to pals before gals? It's bros before? Well, technically, you probably can't say that. I don't think you'll ever grow up. It might be impossible. It's strange to feel such nostalgia from somewhere I've never been. I mean, technically, that's... then again, Alice is weird with her synthesis. Same here. Being here with both... No, it feels like we've been here before. Yeah, it really does. Quest updated. To the next location. See the wooden sword spot. Also, that reminds me, now that we finished this little zone, we can remove the pen. Not zone, I should say. Finish that little side quest. Still kind of annoyed me that we spent all that time trying to search for the shroom, that we already killed because it didn't say anything. We got the third ingredient. What is this place? How do I put it? This was our hideout, so to speak. A place where I hold close to my heart. Oh, what sort of operations did you conduct at this hideout? Operations? No, it's not like that. It's a place where we played together. At any rate, it's a place where we made memories, so here we are. What's the matter, Yujo? Don't want to spill the beans about those memories? Not really. To be honest, it's rather embarrassing. Precious metals with Alice Zerberg, then? Damn, Yujo's getting a hit here. Well, yeah, I'm too shy to talk about it right now, but I promise I'll tell you what I can. He's blushing. Honestly, the sprite they gave, I love it. It's just a cute little red under the cheek for blushing. Can we just leave it a secret for now, if that's okay? Oh, man, your face is so red. It must have been some operation. I'm telling you, it wasn't like that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I really don't know why I got the yawns right now. Understood. I'll look forward to hearing about it. We've yet to hunt a single clamp, though, I've noticed. Aw, the Giga Cider. Oh, well, no, looks like we cannot go that way. Do not try to skip through the town like that. Hey, Lime Jen. Welcome to the party. But you missed quite a lot. But we appreciate you. I'm curious, what's over here? Because this looks like something we can climb, which I'm more just surprised to see that there's a climb spot right here. Well. Welp, that just happened. Let's go see that tree we cut down. And this is not the way. I wonder, will this work though? No, it doesn't let us jump high enough. It lets us jump, but not that high. If we get a chance, we should probably see about getting this to level 2. Maybe we'll jump higher. Seeing that stump really takes me back. Well, yeah, Kirito can remember this one. It sure does, doesn't it? Look back on old times. Did Alice Silberg ever come here? Yes. She sure did. She wouldn't always bring us homemade lunches. Here in the grass, we could roll out a blanket and have a picnic. Which makes, yeah, this reminds me, actually, I think technically one of the key differences between Alice and Zolberg is that Zolberg could actually cook. Delicious homemade pot pies, if I recall. And that's always fun. I don't want to find some weird one. That's right, savory pies full of meat and vegetables. The lunches were also full of other tasty dishes too. It was the best. Is that so? Talk about the Giga Cider. The Demon Tree, Giga Cider. My bones will never forget the shock from that axe. So that's the Giga Cider? The tree that became Kirito's sword? You know, Yuji and I chopped this thing down ourselves. But only after Yuji put 6 long years of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Right before Kirito showed up, I was convinced I would never chop it down. That reminds me. Yeah, something's coming back to me. What's that? A memory of the 3 of us. This place reminds me of something. Let me guess, something about food, right? As much as I hate to admit it, you're probably right. Why am I not surprised? That's right, the lunches Alice brought us were always super delicious. They were so good that I remember saying her mom must have helped. Whoa, hey Kirito. Kirito, don't you think that might be rude to say to me? No. To Alice Silverberg? Sorry, we definitely believed that you made the pot pie yourself. It's just making a giant lunch for you and 2 growing boys alone? Come on. What in the world are you getting at exactly? I'm sorry, Alice. He wouldn't know tact if it hit him in the face. It's fine. I should be used to it by now. It made me happy knowing that despite being busy, she took time to make them. Is something wrong? Nothing. I'm just growing more aware that Alice Silverberg was very important to you. Of course, not just back then, but now as well. Yujio! All this talk about lunch has made my stomach growly. You have anything, Yujio? Shocker. Actually, I did bring bread for a certain gluttonous friend of mine. The funny thing is the idea that Kirito loves food is always just a funny one. Funny one. It also just reminds me of the sheer fact that it makes you wonder that's why Austin and Maxed Out are cooking. You're the best. It's not that rock hard bread you usually get, is it? Nope, I managed to buy some of the baker's fresh stuff for once. Nicely done, Yujio. I'm impressed. Here, Alice, you can have some too. Yes, indeed. Do Integrity Knights even ever get hungry? What's up, Alice? Did we catch you zoning out? No. Oh, it's nothing really, just... Hey, Kirito, didn't I give you all... I didn't give you all 3. 1 apiece. Yeah. Funny thing is... Just feels so close yet so far away. Aww. The 3 of us took a short break to eat and then... a calamity plant formed. Wait, is that... Well, this is bad news. There's a clamp and beast the guided setter. I was kidding! Let's take them out before anyone gets hurt. At least it's not the same kind of clamp. So we'd have to fight all the others first. Get out of my way. Get back in. Also, I haven't forgotten I can do this. Come here. What the hell? Why am I attacking Yujio? I think the Manny plant at least died. Not gonna hit some of the second one, or... Oh, it's already dead, so... Didn't even get to finish my question. So close yet so far away. I think we've pretty much done clamp hunting for now. What's next? Want to look around Rulid a little more, Alice? No, I think I'm okay now. We were able to kill some beasts and clamps as well. I want to go visit the northern cave, but we have run out of time. Plus, I already know what I will find there. Alice, you think so? Well, why not call it a day and meet up with the others? Can I fight a little more? I kind of want to kill something else. Well, watch it. Yeah. You okay, Yujio? Yeah, I'm fine, but... Did he steal your sword? Wait, what? What's wrong? My wallet. I know it had it on me. Maybe I dropped it somewhere. Dad, I must have been a pickpocket. Oh, but that can't be true, can it? The taboo index strictly prohibits theft. I do not believe that is possible. You literally have two people here who broke the index. You and Yu-Gi-Oh! Kirito doesn't count because he's not technically abided by it. Nothing is given doing. I'm pretty sure the violation is pardoned, and we've already seen that. If you return the wallet within a day, then maybe so. Let's chase him down anyway. What's with you guys? No, that's our line. What are you talking about? Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd like you to return my wallet. I know nothing about no wallet. If you return it within a day, your violation of the taboo index will be null. Taboo index? What are you on about? You mean you don't know about what the taboo index is? Big bro, what happened? You've been gone for so long, we were worried. Everyone hide. They don't know about the taboo index. Could it be lost children of Vecta? That seems to be the most likely explanation. Hold on. Now, we mean you no harm. But, can we ask what you're doing here? If you're in trouble, maybe we can help. They don't look like bad people. Yeah, it seems like they'll hear us out. Fine. See now, they're all lost children of Vecta who appeared in this world. And without any help from the village, they had no choice but to band together. But petty theft isn't the answer. Indeed, even without knowledge of the laws, theft is still wrong. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I didn't know how else to survive. Well, what do you think, Alice? Rulid isn't far. Couldn't it use the protection? I believe it could. Assigning them a suitable calling would be effective. Sure thing. Making a living doing work that suits you would be best. Work that suits us? Yes, you could make a living doing a job in the village if you like. What kind of life do you want to live? What do you aspire to do? I want to be a fisherman. I'm really good at it. NPC wayfarers have no clear memory data, but still have interests and hobbies. How odd. What in the world are they? I'm good at anything physical. Need things lifted up or put down? I'm your girl. I'm good with needle and thread or drawing designs. Have any tailor work? Understood. It seems like you all have your sights on something or the other. Either way, we have to ask Mr. Zulberg if he can give them a calling. So be it. Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh, in my stead, would I trouble you to request that? Rather, to ask the village chief Zulberg to assign them their callings? Complications may arise if I meet him personally, so... Go meet your dad, Alice. No worries. We'll ask Mr. Zulberg for you. Leave it to us. Thank you kindly. Wait, you mean you'll let us do something we actually want to do? Of course, everyone, including you, should have the right to live freely. In that case, is it okay if the others come too? Others? Are there more of you here? Yeah, about 4 more. I'll go get them. Damn, why are there so many? Well, that escalated quickly. Are we sure Rulid will be able to take them all in? From what I saw, Rulid has been growing as a result of us felling the Gaiga Cider. I mean, that was the point of it. Doing that, with that comes new land and new jobs. I'm sure there's something for them to do. Good point. That's a relief then. Should we all head back to the village? Yeah, let's go. Let us be on our way. We owe you one. I'm so excited to sleep under a roof. Come on, hurry. Kirito, Alice, Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey, Minna, we're back. We should talk about the wayfarers. Who are they? Oh, they're wayfarers. They're under our protection. So with those numbers, they could hold their own in a fight. A fight? Do you intend to convert them as well? Button. Hey, now, calm down, Alice. My, it seems I somehow lost Alice's trust completely. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that. Hear Medina out. I was hasty last time, but this time, I'll implore them after we talk. Alice, I know more now that I've collected information in this village. There are things these people would like to do that suit them better. Alice, your way of doing things isn't completely wrong, but speaking to them has made me realize they do not wish to be soldiers. Is the protection of Rulid not essential to our survival? If you conduct your touch on them, they will become obedient soldiers or scouts. However, I cannot agree with forcing them to fight if they have other wishes. And not one of them said they wanted to be someone's puppet. Seems you really don't understand the situation after all. Care to enlighten me? HQ is short on manpower, nobility is uncooperative, and guards are unreliable. We require more able-bodied fighters to deal with the beasts. Perhaps they are puppets in a way. Yeah, I'm not really gonna agree with Medina right now. The fact that, yes, she can turn them into allies is useful and good, especially so they can have more willing soldiers. The problem is you're still forcing people to fight who might not want to do it. And there's never been a point that Medina can get them killed. In fact, the reigns, Wayfarers become... I don't know what I say. I can order them to act as scouts on behalf of the ACFT. Order them, you say. Whatever happened to imploring them? You seem to have changed your tone rather quickly. We require additional personnel to investigate the disappearance. Medina, please leave these children as they are. My savior, we discovered something new over the course of our investigation. What? Children have gone missing from the villages beyond here as well. I see, thank you. I'm merely doing my duty to serve our savior. New intel, huh? What's our next move, Alice? Prepare to move out immediately. Good idea. I'll go speak to Mr. Zulberg about the Wayfarers then. Kirito, can you tell Asuna and the others to get ready to head out? Yeah, no problem. Okay, catch you later. Preparations went into the night, so we decided to camp just outside of Rulid. But while searching for a campground, we ran into some unexpected characters. Please, something fun to fight. Something fun to fight. Is that? Greetings! Hey there, Kirito. What a coincidence. Asked what brought them here. Lino, Fizzle, Duzzle, Bert, what are you doing here? We just finished a mission to slay some beasts in the area with our boss here. It was an order meant for me alone, but before I knew it, these two tagged along. Hey, is that right? Well done, Duzelbert. Inquire how the apprenticeship is going. Looks like the apprenticeship is going pretty well for you guys. Relatively speaking. Oh hey, what's up with those disappearing kids? Made any progress? You stuck? If the investigation has hit a dead end, we can lend a hand. What are the two of you on about? We are to return to HQ at once. We heard the Northern Ganathan Guard is practically useless against the beast. We are good hunters and make even better spies, since no one suspects children. Your assistance would no doubt be appreciated, but I think we can manage. Come on, we'll be super helpful. Let us go with you. Watch how Duzelbert reacts. No. Damn. What? Party pooper? Every party needs a pooper. That's why they called you. Well, even if he says no, there are other ways we can join them. That's true. Okay, let's do it. What does that mean? Nothing. We give up trying to help investigate the disappearing children. Let's return to HQ, boss. Let's forgive the intrusion, but would you allow us to accompany you? I'll endeavor to ensure these two do not become a burden. Very well, I trust your word, Duzelbert. You mean we can tag along? Reports of beast disappearance in the north have been constant, so we must stay. We shall help Alice on her mission. Perhaps we can discover a hidden clamp core as we hunt beasts along the way. Moreover, this seems far safer than leaving you two alone. Damn! Duzelbert knows them well enough to be worried about what Lino said. Thank you, best boss ever! That's our boss. I knew he would make the right call. Was that not your intention from the very beginning? Whatever could you mean? We just wanted to see our master in action. That's right, we had no ulterior motives whatsoever. Do not trust the children. Hey, looks like our merry band just got a bit stronger. Indeed, Duzelbert's presence helps quell the ominous feeling I have as well. Apologies, and maybe my thanks for having us. Night fell over our camp, and preparations were just about in order. Give me something to fight. I'm so close to my next one. Oh, Kirito, why are you bringing nothing but sweets with you? No one wants to go on a trip with a sweet tooth nagging at them, right? This isn't even a trip. What am I going to do with you? Listen up. If anyone has weapons that need some TLC, let me know. Good thinking. Can you do mine? Sure thing. Just leave it there. Thanks a lot. You can always count on you, Liz. You know, it's always funny. Her name is referred to as Liz if it's L with the L-I-Z if they say Liz, but her actual name is Lizbeth for the player character, which has the S. You think they would just refer to as Liz with the S, but then again, it could also just be the idea is you don't see it as Liz Then again, I don't know. I'm still learning. Leave it to me. Any weapon, anytime. Asuna, I was wondering if you could answer some question about sacred arts. Are you free? Sure. What is it? Every day we strive to be better assistants to our Savior. Thank you. We must make haste and resolve these incidents in the name of our Savior. My Savior, what would you ask of us next? Take the rest of the day off and rest. Leave me alone until then. Yes, my Savior. These wayfarers. I don't know. Where's she headed? Hey, what's up? Have you seen Alice? We were going to sleep in a camp set up near here. Or rather, what are you doing near the girls' camp anyway? You trying to peek? No, Austin told me to come to let her know when I was done with my prep. Sounds like an excuse to surround yourself with women, as you've known to do. Maybe sneak in when no one's looking and sleep with the girls. Sound about right? That's quite the imagination you have. This is what I love to remember. Remember, Sinon fucking with him. Kirito, what are you two talking about? Alice is missing, so I'm gonna go find her. Smooth. See you later. Kirito? Of course, she's nowhere to be seen. Alice, where did you run off to? Though Menino was acting strange too. I'm worried about both, but for now, look for Alice. I probably should have looked for Alice instead. Wait, what? Now, where would I go if I was Alice? Earlier today, she did mention going to the Kiwi visit as kids. We never did go. I wonder. Worth a shot. I'm not her. I'd best get into a fight while I'm here. Not sure who's getting healed here. Damn, we have not come across one monster the entire run here. Did Alice kill them all? I did something I wasn't. Oh, I just realized we did level. We did become 35, which is nice. Ran all the way to the northern cave. So no. A survivor SAO who specializes in range attacks with guns or bows. Anyone who knows from SAO will probably actually know Sinon is not a survivor of SAO. She did not survive SAO. But again, that's one of the things this game, the gameverse changes. She's actually present. As much as I want to, the fact that we're the only one right now makes this kind of not worthwhile to do ours. I'm curious, how well can I fight these bats by myself? No, not that bad, actually. I'll start killing some XP. Beep, beep, beep. Alice, where are you? Alice. Alice. Need to pass out of hell. System Control Authority is now level 34. Did I just say? Honestly, we're not one of the ones I've been caring much about because, I'll be honest, the System Authority doesn't, I feel like, change much for us. There's probably some important reason for it, I'll be honest. I remember that's what allowed us to wield the different weapons like the Blue Rose Sword, but I'll be honest, it's changed so little of us. Plus, I haven't even, I haven't even really cared about my leveling. Like leveling my Sacred Art for the gear. One, because I find it weird to give Kirito any other weapon. Like, he's got the Night Sky Blade, and like, there's no other blade. Well, we did buy him a sword, it was only just so we could use another sword. Because we're dual wielding, like, we literally have to dual wield. Alright. Actually, we'll save again, but I'm curious about something. Oh, that reminds me, an interesting detail I realized that I didn't actually know about this beforehand. Here, I'm gonna actually go to the party screen just so I can show. I don't think we're actually yeah, we cannot. Which I'm curious if no, I don't think we're supposed to have anyone with us. No, we still cannot select him despite the fact he's here. But where is she? Where is she? Oh yeah, Renoa, not here. When we were seeing this quest line before, I actually learned a little bit of information is, when we collected her as a character, this is actually based off a real person. Yeah. I actually found out just today, this is actually a real person. So yeah, I'll tell you this. Oh, maybe this is the way how they put in some of the friends. I might have just been wrong and the friends are not actually, the other friends are not actually in the game. But yeah, this person right here, Reno, is an actual Japanese singer who even sings the song in question, Anima, for the Alicization War of the Underworld. Yeah, this lady is an actual singer. I completely didn't even realize that. Yeah, they got an actual singer for this character. Hell, even her song Scarlet, there's an English and a Japanese version song and found. Like, I actually found this, but yeah, they put the actual Renoa, like, there. She's even voiced by her. Yeah, I thought this was maybe just them cleverly trying to put in a character into the game from the earlier games. But nope, this is an actual freaking character. Or person in real life. I realize there's probably no reason I need to stop and say that, but I just think it's funny and amusing. Like, the sheer fact I think I even said, like, what if they got an idol to sing this character, like an actual Japanese singer? And turns out she was literally played by one the entire time. Something I just find amusing, funny, and just shows how well I know Japanese singers, because it was actually surprising when I read that. Hell, I think she's actually singing a new song for SAO Wave or something for the Calamity Quest. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been able to really find what the Calamity Quest is, and now, just because I'm actually generally curious, what happens if we try to put someone in our party right now? Obviously, we cannot put Alice in the party, but if I wanted to put Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, I can put Yu-Gi-Oh in the party. I can put Asuna in the party, and I can put Sinon in the party. I'm not gonna do that right now, because somehow I really feel like it's not point to have one of our friends with us. But yeah. Did we not select this? Oh no, it just always looks like that. Damn. That was me for a loop. On that note, I think that's where we'll call it for the night, guys. I think this just seems like a perfect little cliffhangery ending for you, so I hope you enjoyed my show. Share, favorite, follow, like, spread it around. If you know others to be interested in my show, I'll happily entertain you all. Also, subscribe. It can only help the channel. This is the Night SAO going offline for the night.